Hey everybody, it is Rich, and I am back from 5 amazing days at the Grand Canyon. As you probably know, I've been grinding like crazy the last several months and not only getting my book done, but getting it released. And I decided that when the whole promotion was over, at least the first phase of it, that I was going to take a break. And so I took a trip all by myself to the Grand Canyon. I've never been there before, and I always just had this desire to go there and really experience the canyon. So I shared some photographs that I shot yesterday on the blog. I filmed a bunch of video from actually deep inside the canyon that I'm going to edit and put together and share with you later this week. But I just wanted to share today my experience of the canyon. On the first day that I was there, I got in on Thursday night, and the next morning I got up. I woke up at like 4:30 in the morning. I had a room in a lodge right next to the canyon, and I just couldn't sleep. Something about the canyon, I just kind of felt the power and the magnitude of it. So I got up early and I went for a hike. I was only going to do like a 2-hour hike, but I wound up doing a 15-mile hike. So if you know the canyon, I was on the south rim. On the east side, I went in on the Kaibab Trail, and what you do is you hike down about 5 miles, which takes you, I don't know how far down, but not to the floor of the canyon. You can't do a one-day trip all the way to the floor and back up. They don't advise that. So it's probably about halfway down, and it was just absolutely beautiful going down. And then you do about 5 miles across the canyon. I took something called Tano's Trail, and then back up through the Bright Angel Trail. So here was my experience. First of all, the first moment that you look at the canyon, everybody has a different reaction. For me, I was just like blown away. You hear about the canyon, you see pictures of it, but until you have seen it and actually experienced the power, the size, the magnitude, the greatness of it, words, I can't even think of the words to use, but the feeling I had, I'll just use the word awe. I was in total awe, not only of the beauty, but just the power and the energy of the canyon. And the other thing I felt, especially as I started hiking down into it, I felt so small. I felt so insignificant. All the stress and the tension of my life just kind of melted away, because I just realized, my little life means nothing in the scope of things. And this was just me inside this canyon. When you look at the whole world and the whole universe, we're pretty insignificant. And it was actually, in a good way, I felt that. So as I was hiking down in the canyon, I felt very small and insignificant. When I got down to the flat part of the canyon and we hiked 5 miles, I met a couple other hikers and we spent some of the time together. Most part I was on my own, but as I hiked that 5 miles across the canyon, I no longer felt small and insignificant. In fact, I felt like I literally became one with the canyon. I was still in awe of the beauty. It was this 360-degree views. I'll show you the video of it. You saw some of the photographs of just sheer beauty. And I literally felt like I just melded into the canyon, became one with it, and that was just awesome. And then the final part of the hike, 4.5 miles up, well, the first 1.5 miles, not so bad, but by the last 2-3 miles, which are literally, you're just going back and forth straight up into the wall of the canyon to get out, I felt insignificant again. Maybe I was just tired and sore, but it was just like, it was pretty grueling. And then that moment you step out of the canyon and you're done with it, you felt this great sense of accomplishment, and all of a sudden I felt good again. So it was just kind of interesting to me. I wanted to share, maybe there's a metaphor in there for you, just this feeling of insignificance, and then again this feeling of just being one and connected with everything, and then kind of feeling insignificant again. Maybe this is how we feel in life, but that was my experience of the first day. I'll share some more thoughts later on this week, and like I said, I'm going to put together that video for you. But I just want to end with this. If you've not been, sorry, car driving by. If you've not been to the Grand Canyon, I highly, highly recommend it. Put it on your bucket list, as they call it. If you've been, I'd love to hear your thoughts and share your experience there. But if you've not been, I think it's something that you definitely want to experience in this lifetime. So that was it. It was funny, the morning that I left, it was 28 degrees. I went outside to leave, and my car was frozen. There was ice all over it. And but I drove home and I came back here to Laguna. It's November. What's today? November 3rd. It's supposed to be 90 degrees here on the beach today. So, as beautiful as the canyon was, it was really nice to come back here to the beach and the ocean and the nice warm weather. So that's it. I'll check in again tomorrow. Thanks.